All right, everybody. Happy Monday evening. We are with you live on Zoom and on LinkedIn. I'm sorry, and on YouTube. But we're going to be talking tonight about LinkedIn. I'm going to go ahead and get started here. I wanted to just update you on a couple things. First, couple housekeeping items as we get started. We are going to be doing a series on marketing. We're kicking it off tonight. Kind of like a fall cleanup, if you will. Believe it or not, we are almost into October and the fourth quarter of the year. It's been a very interesting year in real estate. And we want to make sure that you at Exit Strategy have all of the tools you need to automate your business, to make you look as great as possible in your business. And so I have a special guest group with us this evening. But before we even introduce them, I want to kind of set the stage here a little bit. I am sharing my screen at the moment. I'm going to be turning that off in a minute and letting our friends from RoomView join us and have them talk about the product. But what we've always been doing at our office is that technology stack on top of what Exit already gives us. And that is what we call Project X. And we've had a great deal of success with that. A lot of you have had a wonderful deal of success with that. And my vision for your social media, as you guys know, my business, the vast majority of it, I get through referrals. And the vast majority of my referrals I get through social media. LinkedIn has been a massive tool for me. But as I've coached so many of you, both at our office and around the industry for years, it seems like LinkedIn always gets forgotten about. It is the piece that people just say, well, I really don't understand it. Or, it's so easy to go on my phone and post to Facebook and Instagram, but it's not necessarily the same with LinkedIn. Well, along the way in doing my own research and watching other top producers in the industry, I found my friend Sam, who is a top producing agent in Canada. And he had some amazing social media. Well, I discovered he had turned that into a social media content provider. So his own knowledge base as a top agent. As you know, I'm a big fan of companies that are realtor owned. And so Sam is the owner of RoomView, CEO and founder there. And I just can't say enough about him and the product. But to set the stage here, I actually just opened up my LinkedIn to get us going. And who pops up first but Justin from our office, and had a really good video there that obviously no offense to any of us, but the videos exactly social media creators like so what Justin and myself and so many of you have already done is you have implemented RoomView, but some of you have not, and some of you have also not quite utilized the product to its max. So I have a account for every single one of you. That is a free account through the office so that you can at the very least get it on LinkedIn. But there's so much you can do with the product. I have it connected to my other social media channels, and you can upgrade your account and do that. But the content that comes out from it is stuff that I don't think any of us have the time to necessarily do. Video editing, it's not my thing. It's not your thing. We have a wonderful in-house graphic designer, Amanda, but that's a graphic design person. That is not necessarily someone that's going to create all your content with the realtor mindset there from the top. So you've got a really good combination of tools, and RoomView tonight is what we're going to talk about. In 2 weeks on Money Mondays, what we're going to be talking about is our agent review tool, which automates your reviews. So that's another huge piece of what we're trying to do with Project X, is automate as much as possible. The more I can get off of your plate and the more you can just be out in the field and prospecting, when you then add a new client or a past client on LinkedIn, it's going to pop up over time and show them that you are number one in your field. You know what you're doing. You are active in the market, doing research. And again, that research is done for you by Sam and the folks at RoomView. So can't say enough about the product. I will make one more note with you, though, is that, any product is great if you use it. And so if you're not literally going in and checking and seeing what it looks like and maybe downloading some of the videos and putting them on your other social media, interacting with the consumer once they start to talk to you on there, I notice on my profile right now, I'm getting a lot of traction when something gets posted from RoomView. I want to show you, this is my LinkedIn account. I have a good amount of activity on there. And, for example, I've got a mix of my own content. So I went to a brunch yesterday, my first brunch since COVID hit. Really nice to see some people out and about. But then right after that, guess what posted 5 hours ago? A great video from RoomView talking about buying a condo versus a single family home.
Can you, while we're there, can you click on a buying condo versus a single family home?
Yes, sir. So that, guys, again, it's got my...
So let's mute that. I will pause it. Can you go down?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. So like this is what I wanted to also see, and we'll cover that. But if you stop here, like whenever you're done, I can say something really interesting about this analytics and so on.
Absolutely. So guys, that, by the way, is Sam, the founder and CEO of RoomView, that is with us, and his team is with us as well, their development team. So like with all our other tools, I love that we have such hands-on people that are willing to work with us. And, for example, I had something earlier today, I messaged the team and I'm like, hey, can we change this or can we do that? There's so many different options with this tool. But one more point I do want to get out before we do turn it over to Sam and the true talent on this Money Mondays tonight is that if you only have 100 people on your LinkedIn, if you are not daily going into LinkedIn, remember I had a couple, probably about 2 months ago, we had a Money Mondays focused on, what did I say? Have 2 screens open, Facebook, LinkedIn, to get the birthdays, etc., and then to turn around and be able to actually from there go in and start engaging people. If you're not growing your database and you're not adding people on LinkedIn, it just isn't worth your time. So you want to have as many people on LinkedIn as possible. You have, I believe, up to 20 or 30,000 people you can have on LinkedIn as a free account. And I mean, my gosh, guys, that's for the vast majority of us is going to be our entire database times 10. So on LinkedIn, a note for you, you can always export your LinkedIn contacts, and guess where you can, of course, then put them? Wise Agent. So we've been talking about how to do your email signature better and have it connected so that it shows up across the board. So for example, if I go into mine right now, you can see there is my signature that matches up with Wise Agent. So when you get an email from me, you can click through from that signature that is made in Wise Agent. So you've got your LinkedIn right there, along with TikTok and all the other cool things that can be distracting. But let's start with LinkedIn. So I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing my screen. And then Sam, that way you'll be able to share your screen if you want to. I'm assuming that you're going to probably want to share yours. Correct?
That's awesome. So thank you so much, Nick, and thanks for all the great comments. Every time I get an agent from Chicago on our platform, and I tell them Nick is using it, they're like, "Wow, Nick! If Nick is using it, that means it's working." So that goes to say how famous and basically well known you are in the Chicago community, but also. I think you nailed it in the head that it's a long tail game, right? It's always posting, it's consistently posting, and it's not about just acing it once. It's the consistency of posting every day, posting every time, so here's the story, and here is what we like, why we are doing what we're doing right now. So I was a top agent myself, and I knew that I had to post on social media. Every coach out there was like, "You're gonna post 5 times a week," and I was like, "How? Like, how do I come up with the content to actually post 5 times a week?" And especially for newer agents, if they don't have just listed, just sold, that's even another problem, right? So, like, you gotta have the right content. And the other problem with just listed and just sold is that, well, you post it, but people are thinking, "Gosh, how much money is Nick making?" Right? And I think this is the bigger problem, right? So we got to have the right balance of education and also just validation that we are in business and we're posting a lot of those. So like I got my fair sales from LinkedIn, and I think you did that too. And I think this is why we are doing this. So LinkedIn gives you a lot of people that are actually looking to upgrade their careers, upgrade their wealth, and they're always progressing. So the people that you see on LinkedIn, that 80 people that saw your post, that remembered that you do business, while there was just one like, 83 of them saw the post. And that's what I wanted to, that's why I paused you right there, because we are always caught up on thinking, how many likes did I get, how many views did I get? But like the impressions is what you are really pushing for here. And realistically, with every one of these posts, if I told you that there's an auditorium of 83 people today, and you have the opportunity to post in front of them, would you not pay at least like a couple $100 to be able to post in front of them and say, hey, I'm Nick, I'm in the real estate business? Of course you would have. So this is the key thing, like just remembering that it's not about likes and follows. It's about counting the impressions. It's about the consistency. It's about how many times you have posted and reminded me that you are in business. How many times did you post and tell me, hey, send me your referrals. If your friend is buying a home, I'm here. If your colleague is buying a home, I'm here. If you are looking, I'm here. And I'm not that unapproachable. You can talk to me. So this is the next tier of it, right? So the approachable, you can talk to me thing is what you do personally, and you post pictures of yourself. And I love, like, I think I and Nick have something in common, and that's the running part. So I love how Nick goes out and actually posts that, right? It's creating that personal story, and it's saying that, look, by posting and saying I'm running the Berlin Marathon, a lot of people will connect to Nick, and they will be like, oh, this is great, like I'm a runner too, or I want to run, and all those things. But let's go back and focus on LinkedIn a little bit more, and then like show you like some examples, like really granular examples, and then we will go to see other things. So again, I will show you a few examples here, because I think this is what we are always caught up on, just counting likes. So this is a post we made. Like, you will look at this and you're like, well, 21 likes, how sad, Sam is only getting 21 likes. But guess what? 1,000 impressions, okay? If I go to another post here, so LinkedIn is really great with like getting more and more people to view your posts. So right here, you would say, oh, Sam only got 90 likes. Almost 5,000 impressions. Like, I would have had to pay thousands of dollars if I wanted to reach out to 5,000 people. And I think this is the thing, like, and remember one thing, it's not just about posting once or twice, it's posting consistently and also showing your face, doing something personal. So remember one thing, it's a blend of personal versus automated content, right? So we do 80% of that work for you. We post for you stuff that are about the market, but that 20% is still very much you. So don't think that you can automate it. Don't think that you can just bypass it. You still have to do the work, okay? So with that, I'm going to log in to Lakita's dashboard here. So I'm just going to go over a few accounts here, show you what it is that we have, and so on. But so here's what we want you guys to do. And it's very simple. You don't have to lift a finger, and you don't have to pay, okay? So everything that you need to do today is just one thing. Log into your dashboard, okay? And you can do this using your phone number. You can use it, do this using your email, and you can just get a text and log into the platform. So once you've done that, you go under your content calendar. And first, you're going to see all the content that we have scheduled for you, okay? So this is everything that we will be posting for you, okay? You don't really need to do anything. You can just simply take a look at this great content, for example. And if it looks great, that's good. All you have to do is just take a look at it. You look at, yeah, and it's fine. you just connect your LinkedIn. So the only thing that you need to do is connect your first social media, and that is the LinkedIn. It's free. You don't need to do anything. Connect it, and we will be posting automatically for you. So you don't need to do anything. All you do is you rely on us to do the postings for you. Okay, this is the biggest thing that you have to do. It's not going to cost you a dime, and the biggest thing is we will post at least once a week for you. Okay, now if you upgrade and go to other plans, obviously you post more often, but even that one post a week is doing a lot of things that you're not doing. I'm amazed that every agent that comes to me and they're like, hey Sam, I want to go viral on social media. I'm like, when was the last time you posted? They're like, 2 years ago. Well, guess what? You gotta post. If you're not posting, there's no way that you would get viral on social media. If you're not posting consistently, there's no way that the algorithms will pick up your content, the algorithms will grab it and post it. So just remember these things along the way. And I think as long as you know that, that's great. So a couple of things, and I would show you the next piece of this puzzle. So right here, you see this calendar, and we have all this content that's going to get posted for you and so on. But there's one more thing in here, and these are content suggestions. So if you're running out of ideas, these are some ideas for you on what to post at a specific day. Okay, so if you're not posting and if you're not doing anything that day, you can just do a client appreciation event post, your favorite pastime. It could be your gym exercise day, whatever that is. We even give you some hashtag ideas and some basic posts. And every one of us has something that they're doing that day. Trust me, like you're going to pick kids from a school, you're going to a trip, your favorite coffee shop, whatever it is, you got to talk about it and you got to post it. It could be a simple story snap. It doesn't have to be this beautiful content that you think you got to do. No, it could be a simple story. It could be a simple on Instagram. It could be a simple snap of a photo from this Money Monday or like any other event that you're attending. Show people that you're getting educated, right? Show people that you are on top of your business. If you're not doing that, well, how would you expect others to believe that you are taking this seriously, right? How do you expect others to think that you are in business, right? So if you're not doing it yourself, well, it's just you're asking others to think of something different, right? So, and there's going to be a ton of videos that are available for you to share, right? So there's going to be everything about house price growth and so on. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to log into Nick's account, and I would want to show the past basically growth and things that we've actually provided for him. So just give me 1 second now.
And while he's doing that, I do want to note two things, guys, while Sam's logging in. Number one, he hit on such a huge point as far as the algorithm. And, we don't know what those algorithms are, and they constantly change. But what we do know is that if you are not actively posting to your social media is slowly dying. And so, when you go in there day by day and you wish people a happy birthday, et cetera, it kind of warms your account up for when you do post something else. And another thing that Sam said that's so key is, yes, in theory, you can go to bed and not use not do anything else, but people want a mix of interaction with you between your own posting that's more personal. So if you looked at mine as an example, you saw me with my running shoes from the other day saying, which one do you like better for the marathon? And then you have this beautiful content coming from Sam's team. And the key thing with Sam's team is that it's a hyper local content. So it's local to Chicagoland. You get to select your market so that if you want to do something like maybe it's McHenry County. So I'm looking at some of you guys on here. We're in different counties all across Chicagoland. That's the beauty of the product, is it's picking out content for you that I'm not expecting you at this stage of the game to be sitting there creating your own content and digging up all the market research on a daily basis. I just don't think you have the time. So why not lean into this product that is hyper local for you instead of sitting there trying to dig up this information on your own, and then all of a sudden you look up and it's noon, you haven't even prospected a single lead yet.
Yeah, I think you're nailing it in the head. So let me just show you this now. So this is Nick's account, and this is very interesting. So Nick, I think you've had an account with us for over like 2 months, 3 months. Over the past 2 months, 3 months, we've had 14,000 views. Okay, 14,000 views. Okay, and Nick is just started connecting Instagram, so I think that number is gonna go even higher. So you got to think about all these numbers, and you got to think about how many times you're actually basically getting in contact with people. And what I love about Nick's account is that he has connected his LinkedIn, he has connected his Twitter, he's connected everything. So I get agents that are coming to us and they're like, well, I have Facebook business. Is that enough? I'm like, no, of course it's not enough. Facebook business is a pay to play model. So unless you're willing to pay, Facebook is not going to organically post your content. Okay, so you got to post consistently, and you got to be across all these channels so that you can actually reach out to people. So let me show you a few examples here. When we talk hyper local, what do we mean by that? And I think this is the key thing. Okay, so you get various contents like Chicago market updates, like what's happening in Chicagoland, all those things, right? So you got to post those things, and you got to make sure that you are posting all that content. Okay, so this is another example here. Okay, so again, content, and posting it consistently. Next, you have these. So even if you don't want to connect anything, you can simply come here under news and landing pages, and you can just grab any of these images, anything that you like, that you see and like. Okay, so right here, New York City, Chicago area. So that's not a good content. We bring it in, but we wouldn't schedule it for you. So we bring in a lot of content here, but we wouldn't basically schedule everything for you. Okay, so let's say this one. Okay, it doesn't matter. You can actually grab an image, and if you don't want to connect your Instagram, you can simply just share this manually on your Instagram. So even if you're on a free plan, you get access to this image. Look how beautiful this looks, and it's all ready to go. So all you have to do is just log in, grab the image, share it manually if you don't want to go on a paid plan. So I'm telling you all the ways that you can get value from the platform without needing to spend any money. Okay, and remember, it's the baby steps. It's the little things that we do to create that impact, right? It's the little things that we do to set us apart. There's a famous saying in real estate, and that is that you do not create real estate clients, you steal them from someone else, right? So you cannot just go ahead and convince me to buy something. I'm not in the market to buy. I mean, Nick can, but the rest of us can't. But yeah, anyway, so so you cannot really convince me to go out and buy or sell, but you can take me away from someone else, or you can get my attention while I'm considering a few realtors to basically choose you as that agent. And I think this is the key thing. This is what we are missing most of the times. We think that we can just be out there and people would see us. No, you have to expose your brand. You have to be there. You have to constantly remind me that you are in business. Otherwise, guess what? Someone else will do it. And another thing that I want to say is, oh, this other agent is posting the same content on the same day, or or Nick also said this. Guess what? 99% of Nick's followers are not the same as yours. Okay. And even yourself, like I always get this, you're like, well, yeah, I talked about rentals like a month ago. Do you think your followers remember that? Who remembers that? Right? I mean, they remember that like you do something extraordinary, like running, but they wouldn't remember that you posted this specific content on a specific date. So in a lot of times, we are thinking that, okay, I posted this like 2 months ago, I shouldn't be posting it now. No, you should be posting it. No one remembers. Okay, They just remembered that you posted something. That's about it, right? And the other thing is, while I'm busy training other realtors, while I'm busy doing these things, I get people that come to me and they're like, hey, Sam, you just mentioned something on Instagram the other day about, or on LinkedIn the other day, about the housing in this part of town going down. I'm like, did I? Okay, let me go take a look at my LinkedIn and see what was happening. So usually in those moments, it's good. We haven't posted something bad. But anyway, the idea is that you want to be automating as much as possible. And I have another news. We are actually integrated partner with Wise Agent now. So we are bringing our videos to Wise Agent. So we're working closely with them now. And this is, I think this is going to be a cool integration. It's good that you actually mentioned it, Nick. So
I didn't know that. That's an amazing surprise. I mentioned you guys to Eleni months ago, and you know that she's going to be here. By the way, everybody, if you missed my email earlier today, Eleni will be with us Wednesday live at the Cottage Grove office at 4 p.m. But Sam, that is awesome that that's going to be integrated content in there.
Yeah, so you get tons of things. So basically, you would have integration of your leads to Wise Agent. So we would actually send your leads to Wise Agent. And also the next step of it is to bring our videos to the Wise Agent platform. So basically, you can use our videos to do follow-ups and other things. So that's something that we are working on. And I think we are sharing the same mindset. Wise Agent is also thinking that you should create a product that has a lot of value, but it's not breaking the bank. So I think in that case, Brandon and I are kind of seeing it the same way. We want to have this high value product that frees up a lot of your time, so you can go ahead and do something else with that time.
And I want to just, and Sam, sorry to interrupt you, but I do want to point out to people that one of the cool things that I noticed in here is even with the free account from the office, you are able to download content like images and videos, which imagine if you texted that out to your database through the Wise text feature. You know, that is a big reason why I moved us to Wise Agent as the CRM I'm paying for each one of you, because Brandon, the CEO of Wise Agent, was a top agent. So you're kind of getting a feel of like all these people from all our different tools. These are top agents. You know, like myself as your coach, we've all been there, done that. And I know what your struggle points are, as does Sam. And I'm just super impressed that that's going to be another integration. But, you know, the idea that you guys, you know, need to do all this on your own, it just doesn't happen. You know, I was in Boston last week for a really amazing conference with a lot of other top brokers within Exit. And guess what? I didn't have any time to post content at all. Sam and his team, that product was pushing out content. I've gotten leads off of this. And more importantly, I have clients asking me, where did you get that content from? You know that I'm not a videographer. And one of the things that Sam mentioned, and then Sam, I promise I'll turn it back over to you.
I love that. I love that.
It's not about the number of likes. I have people that I coach right in this office. I think at least one of you are on this call tonight, that they're like, well, you know, I don't get a lot of content, or I don't get a lot of interaction with my content. I said, it's a compound effect, and you don't know who's watching. I have a client that they were someone else's client, just like Sam said. They had $1 million property. It was my largest listing side closing of 2020. Closed right at the end of December 2020. He was with a agent at the number one brokerage in Chicago. We won't mention their name, but he was a top agent there. My client, who was not yet my client, was on my LinkedIn. We connected on LinkedIn, and he fired his previous agent and hired me without ever talking to me, because he saw what I was posting and the level of service that I was providing. I had never liked a single thing. I didn't even know we were connected on LinkedIn until he went and reached out to me and said, hey, I want to talk to you about listing my property. I'm terminating my listing contract with my existing agent. I'm going, who are you? And there, you know, what's the return on $1 million, you know, property times 2.5 or 3% commission? Do the math. And so that's the type of stuff that you don't know on the way in, who's watching you, but you will find out sooner or later. And one more thing, like Sam said, yes, you will post content automated through here. that may be similar, even though a lot of times, like Justin, I didn't have the same content as him today through RoomView. They sent out different stuff for different people. It creates an amazing impression that we have our what together, that you guys are all using the product when you're talking about trying to attract people to the company as well. So just a couple other thoughts. Sorry to steal the floor.
No, I love that. I love that. And I think you're nailing it in the head, right? So it's about just creating that impression. And it's not about counting likes. It's not about, guess what? Like every time you post something really personal with you and your family, you gotta get more likes. Okay. But don't make the mistake that this is my and think that this is what I should boost on social media. No, you're not supposed to boost like a family photo, because that's what will Facebook tell you, right? So Facebook will tell you, or Instagram will tell you, like, this post is performing a lot better than other posts. Do you wanna boost this? Do not do that. That's a terrible idea. Okay, but you gotta create an image, and you gotta be, one, personal, two, update with every information, and three, post something. Like, stop thinking that, oh, this other agent said that other agent said that. It doesn't matter. Like, the queen is dead. Every news outlet is talking about it. Fox News is talking about it. CNN is talking about it. Everyone is talking about it. Everyone is covering the funeral today, and it's okay. Guess what? It's even the same footage, because they don't have like multiple footages, right? But you gotta do it, or people would switch channels, just like what it is in the news media, right? So people, like, there's always someone else talking to your clients on social media, and if you're not doing it, they would do, right? And it's not about creating a fear or a FOMO that if you're not posting today, someone else will. It's about, how do I get started today to get going and kind of go from there. So like Nick said, you're going to have images that are free and available for you to use. So you don't need to be paying us to basically be able to even download images. So images are available for you. You can use them. But essentially, for videos and so on, you would have to upgrade. But remember this: posting content consistently. So I know you guys have a million things to do, unless, Nick, if you want me to cover more stuff, I think I'm just going to reiterate what you have to do today. Okay. First of all, log into your account. It's as simple as that. Okay. If you have problems or trouble connecting or logging in, let us know. Two, once you've done that, just connect your LinkedIn. These parts are all already done for you. Okay. So because Nick has really been thoughtful of his agents, he's adopted a brokerage program, and we are bringing this to you all for free. So all you have to do is just click a button, connect your LinkedIn, and you're gonna get one post a week for free. If you wanted to upgrade at your own pace, you can do that, but getting it started is the key thing.
Exactly. And again, Sam, thank you so much for your time. To have the CEO of the company is pretty amazing on with us. We also have Michael from his team. Michael, wave to us.
Hey, everybody.
Yeah. And thank you guys both for being here today. Before I do let you go, so I have the master brokerage dashboard. I'm assuming for anybody that's newer to us or that didn't get that email from us way back when we did this at the beginning, they just need to, I guess, message me, send me an email, hey, add me to the platform. So guys, if you just want to go ahead and email my usual email, you can also text me tonight. I have nothing else going on except a condo board meeting at my house that I'm hosting. So I really am not excited about that. I'm excited about you guys. So just shoot me a message. If you have any other questions for Sam or Michael, feel free to connect me or message me that. I will send it on to them. They are amazing with their help. They have had just lightning fast responses to stuff. Again, they're kind of in the same, and Sam just even gave you his email address. Follow Sam on social media. He's really good at it, and has built a great career around it. My entire sales career, I can say honestly, in the last decade, has been over 80% social media. That is hundreds of thousands of dollars a year in commissions that I do not pay anything for, not referral fees, not fees to certain websites that are out there that we call aggregators. It is a huge amount of opportunity for you. And this is a way to just have built-in really good content. And I know Sam and Michael surely are, going to be continuing to do great things with it, like the integration with Wise Agent. That is just music to my ears tonight, gentlemen. So
That's awesome.
yeah, so guys, if we don't have anything else from the audience, obviously a couple of you I think are going to message me and say, hey, I need to get the email. I am more than happy to continue to do some small groups on social media content. I have started to get leads off of TikTok, if you can believe that, for those of you that heard me poo-poo that idea for years. And all these other social media outlets, I can coach you through what's most important and where to start. But Sam and Michael, thank you again very much for being here. And guys, it just is one connection to start. And if you really get into it, let's upgrade you and get you some more, get more accounts connected and more content. But at the very least, guys, my expectation is you have to connect this to your LinkedIn, because there's just otherwise there's just no way you're going to get this quality of content elsewhere.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Nick, for all the kind words, and thanks for having us. So yeah, if you need help with anything, we are here to help. If you need to get a one-on-one demo with our support team, you can always just click on a demo on the platform, and I can actually put a link for you here. So you could just get a one-on-one demo with us, and they would basically so it's fairly simple. It's roomview.com/demo. And if you click on it, it would just take you to the demos page. You can book a one-on-one, and they would coach you through the entire phase. Thank you so much for joining, and thanks for having us, Nick.
Awesome. Guys, thank you again very much for being here tonight. Everyone else, I appreciate your time this evening. This is on YouTube. And if you have anything else this evening, just shoot me a text. And I know at least one of you have a one-on-one with me before my condo board meeting. Thanks again, everyone. Have a great night.